Operation Epic Fury.
Day 5 of Operation Epic Fury, and folks, buckle up because President Trump is conducting a masterclass in American military dominance, the likes of which the world has never seen. B-52 Stratofortresses bombers are raining down 80,000 pounds of ordnance on Iranian targets. Qatar just saved 10,000 American troops by shooting down Iranian bombers that came within 2 minutes of striking our largest base in the Middle East. And if that's not enough, Russian military aircraft were just detected near Alaska, and our fighters scrambled to meet them. Meanwhile, armored columns are rolling towards the Iranian border, and President Trump just dropped a bombshell about Cuba. Is this the dawn of the new American century? Well, let me tell you exactly why this matters. You see, for decades, Iran has funded terrorism, chanted death to America, threatened our allies while previous administrations did nothing but send pallets of cash and sign worthless deals. Your sons and daughter in uniform been targets of Iranian-backed militias. Your gas prices been held hostage by Middle Eastern instability. Your national security been compromised by weak and woke leadership, afraid to project American strength. But right now, under President Trump's command, we're witnessing the complete dismantling of the Iranian regime's military capability. Jesse Waters just reported that artificial intelligence is identifying targets. Space Force is tracking missile launches in real time. We're shooting down drones with laser weapons. This is 21st century warfare, and America is winning. The top 2 layers of Iranian leadership have been eradicated. Their navy sits at the bottom of the sea, and our troops, protected by allies who know that when Trump's in charge, you pick the winning side. This is what peace through strength actually looks like. And speaking of reshaping the global order, while Trump is moving troops around the Middle East, there's another national security crisis Washington doesn't want you focused on: our nuclear subs, our warheads, the power grid, keeping our military operational. All of it runs on uranium, and here's the scary part. We burn through 50 million pounds per year, but only mine less than 1 million ourselves. That's a 50 to 1 gap that puts every operation like Epic Fury at risk. The White House knows it too. On January 14th, 2026, they signed an emergency Section 232 order to secure our uranium supply chain. Just days earlier, the Department of Energy locked in $2.7 billion to rebuild America's uranium infrastructure. And atomic minerals trading at ATMMF in the U.S. and ATOM in Canada sits right in Colorado's uranium-rich plateau, with a team led by geologist Matthew Schwab, the guy behind that $654 million Rough Rider sale to Rio Tinto. Because when you are moving 10,000 troops globally, you better make sure the lights stay on back home. Now make sure you check the link below for the full briefing that has been prepared just for you. Now here's what the fake news won't tell you. Well, everyone's focused on Iran. President Trump just announced that Cuba is next. That's right. He told Politico, quote, "Cuba is going to fall too," end quote. Marco Rubio is negotiating at the highest levels. Cuba has no money, no oil, no food, and the dominoes are falling. Folks, did you catch what happened with those Russian jets near Alaska? NORAD scrambled F-35S and F-22 Raptors to intercept them. America is projecting strength on every front, and I'm going to walk you through what is happening right now. 21st century warfare in full effect. B-52s dropping massive ordnance. AI is identifying targets. Space Force tracking missile launches in real time. Laser weapons taking drones out of the sky. Check this out.
Jesse, it seems like what Hegseth is saying sounds really good, but it only is good until boots are on the ground. Are we confident that that case will never be?
No, but you always want to keep that option open. Mm-hmm. And so far, that's not where this is going. As Trump would say, we've never seen anything like this. This is 2 times the firepower that we saw over Iraq and shock and awe. These are B-52s dropping 80,000-pound ordnance. We have artificial intelligence identifying targets. Space Force is seeing where these Iranian missiles launch from and then can take out the launch pad like that. We're shooting down Iranian drones with laser weapons. Also, kamikaze drones, we're using them for the first time ever in combat. So this is just an astonishing display of American military superiority. Probably officially marks the beginning of 21st century warfare. We have completely eradicated the two top layers of the Iranian leadership. The Navy's at the bottom of the sea, and their missiles were going from 80 a day to now 20 a day. The case is clear. Number one sponsor of terror in the world. They were ramping up their ballistic missile capabilities. They were digging deeper tunnels to enrich again. And their Navy threatens the flow of oil. So we don't care who rules the country. They just have to play by our rules, whether that's...
So high-tech warfare is only the opening act. Now see the actual bombers in action as they launch their devastating strikes. American air power, new footage shows B-52 Stratofortress bombers taking off as the U.S. military continues pressing the Iranian regime. B-52 bombers struck Iranian ballistic missile targets and command posts in the first 100 hours of Operation Epic Fury. Take a look at some of this video. Now surfacing. B-52 bombers taking off. American military might. On their way to devastate the Iranian ballistic missile capability. So while America projects power in the Middle East, Putin is testing our defenses at home. This is becoming a multi-front confrontation. North American Aerospace Defense Command has scrambled fighter jets in response to Russian military aircraft that were detected near Alaska. So as jets are scrambling in Alaska, Trump is simultaneously moving ground forces towards Iran's doorstep through Iraq. The noose is tightening. Look at this video. It now shows armored vehicles, American armored vehicles, rolling towards the Iranian border through the Iraqi Kurdistan area. Here you have it. Some of that video that's surfacing on social media could indicate some level of troop deployment or perhaps support for the Kurds, who we did report yesterday are advancing their own ground invasion of Iran. So it's unclear who will be manning these vehicles, but it could be American forces, it could be Kurdish forces. That remains to be seen. I'm sure we're going to find out very, very soon as this story is rapidly developing. Now, we have this military hardware is rolling towards the conflict. Even Trump's granddaughter is capturing the war machine mobilization from inside the administration. Apparently, she's gone viral, filming selfies with U.S. war machines behind her. Kai Trump posted a selfie video, but people quickly noticed what was happening behind her. Multiple U.S. military helicopters parked in the background. It is spreading wildly online.
She does what she wants, and she looks cool doing it.
Now, I don't know if she's violating any security clearances there, but she's going viral nonetheless. And of course, Trump isn't just focused on Iran. He's openly declaring his next targets as this operation expands across multiple theaters. President Trump announces Cuba is going to fall too amid the Venezuela and Iran operations. He says they need help. We're talking to Cuba. That's what Trump told Politico. Trump previously confirmed Secretary Marco Rubio is dealing with Cuba at a very high level.
Well, Cuba's doing very badly. They're failing. Cuba right now is, to put it mildly, a failing nation. And I've been hearing about Cuba. I said before, since I'm a little boy, I've been hearing about Cuba, and everybody wanted to change. And I can see that happening. Marco Rubio is dealing on it, and at a very high level. And, you know, they have no money, they have no oil, they have no food. And it's really right now a nation in deep trouble, and they want our help.
So President Trump Those remarks, as Trump threatens Cuba, we're getting breaking confirmation of how close America came to catastrophic losses and who actually saved us. This is actually confirmed by CNN. Qatari jets intercepted Iranian bombers 2 minutes from striking Al Udeid Air Base. 10,000 American troops, U.S. Central Command, the backbone of the entire operation. Qatar saved the American base that makes this entire war possible. Take a look.
Iranian bombers came within just 2 minutes of striking the largest military base housing U.S. troops in the Middle East. That's according to 2 sources briefed on the operation speaking to CNN. Qatari planes managed to shoot them down in their first aerial combat mission ever. So what exactly happened? Iran's Revolutionary Guard on Monday morning dispatched 2 Soviet-era tactical bombers towards Al Udeid, which houses typically around 10,000 U.S. military personnel, and Ras Laffan, which is this key gas processing facility located in Qatar. The Qataris issued a warning to the Iranian jets, which were now flying at an altitude of just 80 feet to evade radar detection. That's according to one source. Qatar then dispatches 4 planes and a Qatari F-15 fighter jet engaged in aerial combat, downing the 2 Iranian bombers. The source added. This was highly unusual. Not only was it Qatar's first ever aerial combat mission, but Iran's retaliation to the killing of Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei was through firing hundreds of ballistic missiles and drones on neighboring countries and not breaching their airspace using the aging aircraft that it owns. The daring operation, though, shows how far Iran is willing to go to inflict as much pain and damage in retaliation to the killing of their Supreme Leader.
So we have that. Just minutes from thousands of American casualties. CENTCOM confirming B-52s are in the war, B-2 stealth bombers from Missouri, B-1 Lancers, B-52 Stratofortresses. America sending its entire bomber fleet to Iran. Now, the Alaska intercepts, they were not isolated incident. This is part of a coordinated Russian response as America's Middle East operation intensifies global tension. Stars and Stripes even publishing North American Aerospace Defense Command scrambled 2 U.S. Air Force F-35 Lightning II fighters and 2 F-22 Raptor fighters, among other aircraft, to intercept, identify, and monitor the Russians that were right on top of Alaskan airspace. Now, here's the truth the establishment doesn't want you to understand. What you're witnessing isn't just a military operation. It's the complete reshaping of the global order with America back in the driver's seat. Under Trump, we've deployed firepower at twice the level of shock and awe in Iraq. We're using kamikaze drones in combat for the first time ever. Our allies like Qatar are literally shooting down enemy bombers to protect American troops because they know this president means business. The Iranian regime that Obama and Biden coddled and funded is being systematically destroyed. Cuba sees the writing on the wall. Russia is being reminded that American airspace is off limits. And this is what happens when you elect a commander-in-chief who actually loves this country and is not afraid to defend it. So we're living through history, my friends. President Trump promised peace through strength, and he is delivering in spectacular fashion. The America Last crowd is in full meltdown because everything they said couldn't be done, Trump is doing. So share this video with every American who needs to see what real leadership looks like. And drop a comment below. Tell me, do you support President Trump's handling of Operation Epic Fury? Simple yes or no. I want to hear from you. And if you want to show your support for America First journalism, check out the Next News merch shop. You'll find it down below. There's a little shelf below the video. We've got gear that lets the world know that you stand with patriots who tell the truth. So also, make sure you're subscribed. Hit the notification bell because this story is developing by the hour and you do not want to miss a single update. I'm Gary Franchi. Stay informed and stay free.
The system controls information. Information control is power.
They don't want you to see this.
The truth only survives together. They don't want this shared. Share this now.